The next activity that's common at a gliding club is to launch the gliders that have been placed on the flight line. So the record launch or landing screen is organized as though you would say XYZ glider launched behind ABC tow plane 2 minutes ago. So if we go to the record launch or landing screen, it defaults into the launch mode, and we can see all of the gliders that are waiting for a launch. We notice here that the choose launch method is not available because there's no tow pilot checked in. So we're going to quickly add a tow pilot um, to this tow plane, the Edmonton Soaring Club Pawnee. And if we had accurate Hobbs time, we could enter it. If you don't have accurate Hobbs time, just leave that. And when it happens, and the tow pilots can get some better information about tow plane performance. Okay, so now when we go back into the launch screen, we should see that we have a tow plane available. And we will launch, so we would say Alexander Schleicher is in glider PKZ, and they are launching behind AVL. So we're going to highlight that. And they launched 22 minutes ago. So just as some examples, get some gliders in the air. Once we've launched that glider, we see that it's in the air and the time that it took off at. Let's get the rest of these gliders in the air as well. So Carol, again, behind AVL. That happened 12 minutes ago. And we'll put that in the air. And then myself in QNIM's LS4, launching 4 minutes ago. We'll put that in the air. We can see here that while the gliders are in the air, if we mistakenly launched a glider, or we were wrong, or it hasn't taken off in fact, we can just click on the gliders that are effectively in the air to undo the launch. So that'll give us the prompt to undo this launch in Sierra Oscar. I'm going to hit OK, and you'll see that it goes back onto the line. So if we actually need to change the time that it took off, it was an hour and 4 minutes ago, we can do that. Now, if you needed to cancel a flight, so if Alexander Schleicher and Chuck Yeager decided that the conditions were not suitable for a training flight, and they wanted to make Papa Kilo Zulu available for other people to use, they need to get themselves out of that flight, remove it from the flight line. So with it selected there, we have the option to either launch it or remove it from the flight line, and in this case, we're going to remove it from the flight line. So we're going to cancel this flight. It never took off, no one's been charged. Speaking of charges, so I have been charged for my flight because I've taken the launch at this point, and I may be accruing $1 per minute in this glider depending on how it's configured. And Carol and Chris have also shared their launch cost, which they'd be able to review on their flights. So that shows you the primary functions of the launch screen. So you identify the glider that you're launching, behind what tow plane. Ideally, we want this to be happening in real time. So you wouldn't be using the minutes ago, which can also be done on a slider. And then we also have some contingencies that can be managed. So if you need to adjust time, we can use the minutes ago by entering minutes here or using the slider. We can cancel flight requests if it's ready to launch. You can hit the remove from flight line button. And we can undo a launch, put it back on the ground if there was a mistake there by interacting with the aircraft here.